Nobody is coming. No one is going to knock on your door at midnight and hand you the life you keep dreaming about. No one is coming to fix your broken discipline, your weak habits, your exhausted mind, your unfinished goals, or the future you keep postponing. And maybe that truth hurts. Good, because pain is often the first honest teacher a man will ever meet. Most men do not fail because they are weak. They fail because they wait. They wait for motivation. They wait for confidence. They wait for the perfect time. They wait for someone to believe in them before they believe in themselves. But life does not wait. Time does not care about your excuses. The clock keeps moving. The clock keeps moving, with or without you. Every sunrise arrives on time. Every sunset leaves without asking if you were ready. Time is cold like that. It does not pause for your fear. It does not slow down for your confusion. It simply moves. And one day, usually in silence, a man wakes up and realizes something terrifying. He traded his strongest years for comfort, for excuses, for distractions, for people who were never staying, for habits that slowly made him weaker, for temporary pleasure that cost him permanent peace. He said tomorrow too many times. He chose easy too many times. He stayed comfortable while his potential quietly disappeared. And the most dangerous part? It did not happen in one dramatic moment. It happened in small daily surrender. Sleeping in when discipline called. Avoiding hard conversations. Ignoring health. Ignoring purpose. Ignoring the man in the mirror. Stoicism teaches something brutal. You control only yourself. Not people, not luck, not the economy, not your childhood, not betrayal, not your past mistakes, not how others choose to see you. Only yourself, your mind, your choices, your actions. That is your battlefield. And every single day, whether you realize it or not, you are at war there. Not with the world, with yourself. With laziness, with anger, with fear, with the voice that whispers, skip it today. With the version of you that wants comfort more than growth. This is the real fight. Not public, not glamorous. Discipline is not punishment. It is self-respect. Most people misunderstand discipline. They think it is suffering for no reason. They think it is waking up early just to be miserable. They think it is restriction, pressure, and endless denial. It is not. Discipline is the highest form of self-respect. It is telling yourself the truth, even when the truth is uncomfortable. It is keeping promises to yourself when nobody is watching. It is waking up early because your future deserves more than your temporary comfort. It is training your body because weakness is expensive. It is controlling your anger because peace is power. It is saying no to what feels good now so you can say yes to what matters later. That is not punishment. That is leadership. Because if you cannot lead yourself, you cannot lead anything. Not your family, not your work, not your future. Real masculine power is quiet. It does not scream. It does not seek applause. It does not explain itself to people who would not understand anyway. It simply becomes undeniable. The strongest man in the room is often the calmest one. The one who does not react. The one who does not need validation. The one who has already conquered himself. Some battles must be fought alone. This is one of the hardest truths for a man to accept.
There are roads in life where no one can walk beside you. No mentor, no partner, no friend, no applause. Just you, your thoughts, and the silence. And that silence can feel brutal. Loneliness will visit you. Not once, many times. There will be nights when the world feels far away, when your phone is quiet, when nobody asks if you are okay, when the weight of responsibility sits heavy on your chest and no one sees it. That is where many men break. But that is also where strong men are built. Loneliness is not always punishment. Sometimes it is preparation. Silence is not emptiness. Sometimes it is instruction. Pain is not always destruction. Sometimes it is construction. Because the strongest men are rarely created in comfort. They are forged in isolation, in discipline, in rejection, in heartbreak, in loss, in failure, in the nights nobody talks about. The world celebrates the finished product, but nobody applauds the suffering that created it. That part happens in darkness. That part happens alone. And if you can survive that season without losing yourself, you will come out stronger than most people will ever understand.
You do not need to become ruthless. You need to become dangerous and peaceful. There is a difference. Many men confuse strength with aggression. They think being loud means being powerful. They think anger makes them respected. They think intimidation is leadership. It is not. Anyone can be reckless. Anyone can lose control. Anyone can raise their voice. That is weakness wearing armor. Real strength is control. A dangerous man is not a man who hurts everyone around him. A dangerous man is a man who could, but chooses discipline. A man who can fight, but values wisdom. A man who can destroy, but chooses restraint. A man who can speak, but understands the power of silence. A man who can leave, but stays with purpose. That is strength. That is emotional mastery. That is freedom. Because when you no longer react to everything, you become untouchable. When your peace is stronger than your ego, you become rare. The weak seek attention. The strong seek mastery. One needs validation. The other needs truth. Choose carefully which man you become, because your life will follow that decision.
Your body remembers every excuse, every skipped workout, every late night with no purpose, every promise you made to yourself and quietly broke, every morning you chose comfort over growth, every time you said, "I'll start tomorrow." Your body remembers. Your mind remembers too. And this is why confidence disappears. Because confidence is not built by motivation. It is built by proof. Proof that you can trust yourself. Proof that when life gets heavy, you do not run. Proof that when discipline calls, you answer. Proof that your words still mean something, even to yourself. Most men want confidence before action, but confidence comes after action, after repetition, after discomfort, after keeping promises. Self-respect is earned, not imagined. You earn it when you train while tired, when you work while unmotivated, when you stay consistent without applause, when nobody sees it, but you still do it. That is where identity changes. Not in inspiration, in repetition. Because every disciplined action sends a message to your mind. I can trust this man. And once you trust yourself, everything changes.
So stop waiting. Stop asking for permission. Stop hoping life will suddenly become easier.
It won't. Life does not reward hesitation. It rewards movement. It rewards discipline. It rewards the man who keeps walking even when nobody is clapping. You do not need another motivational quote. You do not need perfect timing. You do not need everyone to understand your path. You need action. You need standards. You need the courage to sit alone with your own truth and decide that enough is enough. Enough excuses. Enough delay. Enough betrayal of your own potential. Because your pain can become your power. Your solitude can become your clarity. Your discipline can become your freedom. And one day, people will ask how you changed your life. They will think it was luck. They will think something external saved you. They will think you found some secret. But the truth is much simpler. You got tired of being